Welcome y'all to the Reality or Not podcast with your boy DJ Reality and your boy Brian from Nothing New Under the Sun. Brian, how's it going this Sunday? Or how's it going today?
Hey man, it is going. Shoot, let me rewind that. It is going great. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got shit sound like you over there choking. Get you some water, get you some Kool-Aid. Or
man, who you telling? Just give me some water. Let's try that again because it's almost going empty, right? No, it's going awesome, man. Like I'm in the sauce and I'm cooking it up like a chef. So I'm trying to make a difference. What about yourself? What's going on in your world today, DJ Reality?
Good, man. I'm happy to be back at the crib. It's always it's like your safe spot, right? Like your crib is your safe spot. It's like if you're home, you can do whatever you want. You ain't gotta bother with nobody. You can not necessarily turn off your phone, but you can literally ignore everything and just enjoy your crib. So it's always a safe place for me. Like I said, being on the road, it's always a little bit more difficult because you're spending more money and and things just come out of nowhere as far as expenses. You'd be like, damn, I done spent damn near $800, $1,000 and didn't even realize it, just off some random trips. But other than that, man, I'm good, man. Got to see mom's out the hospital. So so that's always a good thing. She's back at the crib. Tammy's with her right now. So it's little stuff like that that's like good,
Okay, is she happy?
Nah.
She very upset?
My mom is different, right? My mom is the type of person that
Wait, let's rewind it back. Why would she be unhappy? Why would she be very upset?
Oh, because we got a lot of shit out of her house. And it was needed. I feel like there's a part 2 coming to that. And I'm trying to figure out how to plan that out to get rid of all of the other things. But all that being said, I mean, we had a whole truckload of just stuff to go to the dumpster and to the scrapyard. And we had another truckload of stuff to be sold. So it's just like crazy to think that we only went through part of downstairs, but we literally didn't tackle everything that needed to be done. So she's not happy she's happy with the space and the, how she can move around more, but she's definitely not happy with her things being not necessarily thrown away, but a good portion of the things that she had that I felt were, that she couldn't use or maybe even outdated, such as clothes being in closed environment or in like wet environments like downstairs and stuff like that. Those things go bad. And honestly, I'm getting better at me personally. I'm saying I'm getting better at making sure that I don't have excess of things. Like the only thing I probably have excess of now is my shoes and my records, but those are 2 things, or Lego sets too, but I put those all together. But all that being said is like the things that I have excess of, I use them, so I'm okay with.
Wait.
But go ahead.
We were just talking, right? And what you said, those things that you take care of, you got value in your records and you got value in your shoes, right? You can always, we talked about this on the previous podcast. We can always look at the shoes as, hey, this is a vehicle for me to make some money if I really want to turn that on, right?
Yep.
So, so like we were talking earlier, I think that older generation also feels like that, but it's on different stuff than what we feel on, right? My stuff can be tidy in a box, tucked away, look like it's storage, and when I say my stuff, I'm talking I'm talking computer stuff and shoe boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about that, our parents' generation, it's more about stuff that they collected that costs. I ain't even I can say that costs a lot of money, and they feel like when the times get tough, like I can tap into some of that.
Mm-hmm. But the difficult part about that is sometimes you got to be cautious of what you're buying. You got to, like, when you understand the market, it makes it easier to collect things. But if you don't fully, I remember one time my mom was keeping, like, she had a Wii in a box, right? Or she never opened.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you keeping, like, video games automatically depreciate. Like that, like video games are damn near. They're not like a car per se, but as soon as like a game system is released, right, it has its value, and then once it becomes available to the masses, it starts to lose value, and then you start to see a derivative of that game system. Then you start to see, then another game system comes around where you have like the Wii U or the Switch or the even the Switch 2 now. Where the previous systems, because it's literally built off of the platform that was the older platform is what's the standard for the new platform plus more, which means that the older platform tend to lose value. Just like trying to buy a PlayStation 3 right now. It's like, why would you buy a PlayStation 3 if there's a PlayStation 5? Because the games are a lot better and blah blah blah. Now, granted, if you hold on to them for a certain period of time, then yes, they'll gain value. But most likely, if you hold on to a Wii, like Wii value, you could probably buy a Wii now used for like $50 or something like that. So
yeah, but new in the box is still got you still talking new in the box. Some nostalgia.
I mean, nostalgia, yeah. But the thing is, like, if I have a Switch as an example, right, and I can play Wii games on the Switch, and I know the Switch is a better platform or a better system, then most likely I'm gonna lean towards the Switch than I am the Wii.
Right.
And but the thing about my mom's stuff is she has clothes upon clothes that I mean, I like that she's not gonna wear and she's not gonna sell. So,
Right.
so,
Right. Yeah.
so
See,
it's like you find I literally was in the closet and she had 4 different rows of what you call it, the hanger, what you hang your clothes on. I forgot what the bar that you hang your clothes on. And I'm like, she can't even get to the other 3 rows without without crawling under the first row of clothes and then going to the next row. So I'm like, well, get rid of these 3, like get rid of the 3 after, and then the newer stuff that you got, wear it.
yeah, that's always difficult with women. I'm not. So I'm sorry. I hate to generalize this, but I
Someone
notice a lot of
say
times
some women.
women,
Just make sure
women.
you always got to say some. Like whenever you say whenever you include everything, that's when people have problems. If you
Right.
say some women, some men, then yeah, I mean it's true because
Yeah,
some people
and
go
so
do it.
like, and the side note on this conversation, I've been watching more podcasts and stuff like that. So I'm trying to talk. So not so just so in this, and I'm trying this. So like y'all, let me know if y'all feel the difference or whatever. But on this podcast, I will be talking more so people can not just listen but actually hear. So I'll be try to be more contrite in what I say and try
Mhm.
to make sure that I'm accurate and don't use generalities like I was just about to do. All right. Now
Shoot,
what I
I mean,
noticed,
look, speak what you speak. So,
yeah.
and
Now
look, that gives them something to talk about in the comments. So,
right, and I'm sitting straight up, so I'm not going to slouch or anything no more.
oh
I'm a
shit, I got to sit up too and shit. Man, my back fucked up.
no, just straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I looked at the old podcast that we did
Hmm.
a couple of weeks ago, and I felt like I was like, dang, why am I slouching? Like,
Hmm.
but this chair kind of holds me like that because it's a massage chair. So I just said, let me sit up a little bit. But
Hmm.
all that to the side. What I do notice about
I got to
women,
sit up and shit. Goddamn. All right.
what I do notice about women is that they buy clothes and they buy clothes for different seasons and they also buy clothes for different sizes, right? They have a goal size, right? That they'll buy some stuff for and be like, yo, I'm gonna get down to that. But if you get down to that, I mean, so Shante,
I do
let me
that.
let me oppose so like look,
Hmm.
you you had a big weight loss journey.
Hmm.
How does that reflect on your clothes?
I got rid of everything. That was only thing I didn't get rid of were my t-shirts because I like t-shirts. And they have like a some type of design or some saying on it, stuff like that. But no, I got rid of everything. I went back, and so I had bought a bunch of suits while I was in COVID. And mind you, I wasn't like, I mean, because I was around like 220 in COVID. And then I got to like 255. So then at that point in time, I switched off. Now I'm down to like 190, 191 or something like that. 190. I think that's what I weighed in this morning. So all that being said, I got rid of everything. I couldn't, it didn't make sense to keep those things. I know I'm not going to go back that high. But no, but the thing is, like, you have to purge. You can't keep things on and on and on. Like, I couldn't wear none of those. Look, I took suits, that brand new suits. I took suits to the tailor that I bought. Like I said, I bought them within COVID. So, I bought them when I was a little bit bigger and at least 30 pounds heavier. And they couldn't be tailored. They was like, it's going to cost you more to tailor them than it would you might as well just go and buy a new suit. Like, the suit was probably, $300 or $400. I can't remember how much they were, but shoot, I gave some to Tone, and then I just got rid of them, donated the rest of them. I was like, it don't make sense to keep this stuff in my house. I mean, I had pants that was like size 38, size 40. I mean, I'm down to like a 34, 36 now. So not even, I wouldn't say just 34, but yeah, I had to toss it. It just, you got
to. So, and I get that, because I'm trying to get my kids and people around me to do the same thing. It's a cycle for everything. Like, today is Sunday. Is the day. My garbage day is Monday. So on these days, and like I tell people, if you do it more than twice, if you do it more than twice, it can become a habit, right? You got good habits and bad habits. So on trash day, the day before trash day, go through the refrigerator. Look at everything. Pull the drawers open, look at the fruit or whatever, and throw the stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Throw the stuff.
Stop buying spinach and not cooking it.
I don't even cook it. I like it in my salad.
No, I'm saying people be buying back. Some people, not to generalize everybody, some people, including me, would buy a bag of spinach and just let it sit in the and it just go bad. Stop buying it and actually use it. But you brought up a great point. I mean, my mom would keep stuff in the fridge all the time just because she paid a certain amount, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, let it go.
Let it go.
I buy blueberries and strawberries every week. Shit, I got some blueberries in there. They going out too. Like, could they get soft and shit? You don't want no mushy ass fruit, you know what I'm saying? But
again, it's the cycle thing, right? So when you thinking about stuff, I go through my closet. Now, there is some clothes that I'll be like, yo, I'm not wearing them, especially working from home when I don't have to get dressed up a lot. So I'm not wearing them, but I will wear them. But if I know I'm not gonna wear them, that stuff is donated. I got like I'll be in Muskegon and down here in Florida, right? So I'm like, look, both places I gotta alternate this stuff. And I got, like, what's crazy is down here I never get to wear, like, I don't know how people wear hoodies in Florida or even like sweatshirt.
Well, then again, I can't say nothing because I wear a hoodie in there, but it gets semi cold here though. It's like fall in the winter or whatever. But.
Yeah, but like here, it rarely gets under 60 degrees. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but when it does, I'll get to it how many do I need? So I alternate. Most of my long sleeves are back home in Michigan, but you have to build a cycle, and then you get it into a habit. Like on Wednesdays, I look at my refrigerator and say, hey, look, what do I need to cook? Before the end of the week, like what got a 3 day. Because like you said, when you buy fruit, and fruit is expensive, when you buy fruit, you want to use that stuff, right? So why not just incorporate it into your weekly program? So
look at it like this. And my bad for interrupting. This is one point I want to bring it back to with my mom and old folks having shit and just keeping it. Is like my mom told me I need to have a deep freezer, and I was like, what the hell I need a deep freezer for? It's just me. I need to eat what's in my freezer, but they were taught to have enough and to make sure that they had, like my mom has 2 deep freezers, like and it's just her living at the house. I'm like, why do you need 2 deep freezers if it's just you? Like why do you need to store that much food? And I mean, I get it sometimes with,
the family come around and that's you
family don't come around like that though. I'm talking about like if somebody come around with a card or something, but it's just like other than that, you don't need a deep freezer. Like it's not even. I mean, us growing up, we had one, and that was three of us. Two older sisters and then mom. Like so we needed one then, but we don't need one now because it's just. It's just her.
Well, the business that she in, and that monthly business that she in, she probably do it. And then I thought she said
but why
though? She should stock your freezer. But I thought she wanted to.
My mom be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like damn near 2-3 times a week just because she like peanut butter and jelly. It ain't like, but she'll have lobster, steaks, all this shit in the deep freezer, but she'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or she'll go to the Chinese place and get us some fried rice. That's kind of like what she eats. So it's like, or she'll buy like a bag of almond joys or mounds and shit, but she won't eat what's in the freezer. And it's like, who is it for? Like, I don't want a tomahawk steak from 2023, and I'm not going to carry it down to Atlanta. Like, what the like? It doesn't make any.
It's frozen food, man. Yeah, I fully understand. Because I think sometimes the other cycle is that I'm used to doing this. This is what I do. I'm beating the system. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, and my freezer is stocked. Like I never seen somebody with snow crabs like your mom used to have. I'm like,
yeah. I'm talking about like big ass boxes and shit. It's like,
but on the other foot, like dog, I got 3 jars of candy, 3 jars of peanut butter, and I know I only bought one. Publix we have to buy one get one free, but I don't know. I know I only bought one
because Publix you can buy it. You don't have to buy 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like Publix has it. Like say for instance, the peanut butter is $4 and it's buy one get one free. You can just ring up one and get it for $2. You don't have to.
It's different in different states.
Check it. I'm telling you.
I tried doing it here, right? I tried doing it here, and like I was like, it's buy one get one.
All
free.
Publix, not some Publix. No.
Yeah. You got. It's different in different. I don't know if it's a state law or something in Georgia that because my boy Kente had told me the same thing. He was like, "Look, you don't have to buy 2." But on that note, like I got the peanut butter, and I don't plan on throwing out the peanut butter. I'll get a random streak of peanut butter, but like it's one of those things that I feel like if we had a zombie apocalypse, then it's one thing that I would definitely be eating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I don't know. I put it like this. When I went home, when I was just there, I did bring some stuff back with me, only because she told me to go to the store before I left. So I brought stuff back in the cooler, but that stuff that I brought back in the cooler, I had frozen before I left, but the stuff I brought back in my cooler is what's in my freezer right now. I literally had nothing in my freezer, and I was trying to minimize the amount of stuff that I put in my freezer just because, I cook, but I only want stuff in there that I'm going to cook within the next month. I don't want anything in my refrigerator that's there. I don't want food storage. Like, I think that's just, and that's how I feel like that older generation thinks is we need to make sure that we have enough. I remember Y2K, and they were telling us to get all this stuff and blah, 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 and all the clocks go get messed up and all this crazy stuff. And it's just like, man, Y2K, when it hit 2000, it was just another day.
Right.
It was just January 1st, 2000. Like nothing crazy happened. Everybody was worried about their clocks on their computer messing up and stuff like that. It was just another day. So I not to say that I don't try to prepare for anything going bad, but at the same time, but I try to prepare myself financially. Like I care less about if I have 8 cans of tuna or 2 cans of tuna. Like I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to. Because the thing is, if everything is going on, then we're all going through it. So just like when people panic for toilet paper and Lysol for COVID, it was like, all right, I just wait till y'all get tired, and then I'll go buy my Lysol, or like I wasn't pressed for it. So, but
Yeah, the hard part about that, dude, dog, is like I'm not a toilet paper hoarder, but I do like having toilet paper. I got 3 bathrooms, right? So when I buy in bulk, and so like I was, and when I started, it was just me at the house. Like when you said like your home is your sanctuary, like I get like, and I think
I
that's
could
I'm
shit
gonna
in
go back to
all
your
3 of the
mom.
bathrooms. I'd be like, I go in one bathroom one day, I go in the other bathroom, I go downstairs sometimes, and I love it.
I feel like, see, I don't live by myself anymore, so I got family here that's staying here, right? So it's a little bit different than what I was used to. But yeah, now I do
I
spot
love the
check.
little Wayne. I love the little Wayne line when he says, I got what he said, 6 hallways got 6 bathrooms. I could shit all day, nigga. I mean, that's how I feel when I'm in all 3. But I was like, ooh, I can shit up in here today, or I can go pee up in here tomorrow.
Yeah, they all mine, right? That's the crazy part about it. Like, 'cause that's how I feel in my house, in my space. But to bring this back to your mom and what we were talking about, that's her sanctuary, and like I understand, like one of the main reasons why Black people didn't get hurt in the Great Depression is because we didn't believe in banks, right? And the reason is because they're always trying to steal our stuff, right? So what we do, if we ain't got no money, we have stuff, and I think that's still what these untangible stuff that like this. I tell people all the time, stay away from snake oil salesmen, right? If you get people that want to tell you to sell Mary Kay and stuff like that, no disrespect to
It's
you,
plenty
Mary.
of that shit in the house too. Don't shit. Mom sold Avon at one point in time.
Yeah, I mean it's all game. You know what I'm saying? And so like they look at the stock market, they look at investing, they look at 401k. That's just a way to suck your money out before you even see it, right? And I get it. I had that same issue. Like, why do I have all this cash on me when it's not making me any money, or I can lose it, or somebody can take it? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you take it, you only get in the card, but your mom saw her house is her sanctuary, and she gotta adjust to, hey, look, less is more sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And like I love my auntie, but she is a supreme shopper. I didn't realize that I got that gene from my family. Like I like shopping, I like finding the best deals, and when she find the best deals, she'll buy 3 or 4 of them. She don't have a problem doing that.
Which is terrible. And this is the thing, right? Like you can be a bargain shopper, but just don't overdo it. I mean, I say it all, like if you want to spend your money how you want to spend it, that's fine. Just don't talk to me about you ain't got no money. I mean, like you like it, I love it. Spend your money how you want to spend it, but at the same time, when you say that, well, nobody's here to help me clean up, or I had to do blah 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 blah. I was like, well, no, you're creating the space to clean up. If it's just you, it's not. I mean, this is the second. I felt like I cleaned up another time, but this felt like this is the second time where I went and just overhauled everything. Um, where you can walk around like, dog. I was I was cleaning up the living room, and I didn't realize there was a light, like a light, like a ceiling light in the living room. I was about to throw away something. I was like, well, let me see if this does anything first before I just toss it. And I hit the button, and it turned on the light. I was like,
oh, she got a remote light?
yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
I didn't realize that. And I've been in this house. I lived in this house as a kid. I mean, I mean, that's further, it came later. But at the same time, I didn't realize, like, because the light is never on.
Right. It's never on. Like we just sit there and the sun come in from the window, but yeah, it's never on.
The light is never on. So I was like, what the? And then I hit. That's why the pictures I sent you, like in that living room space, the light is on because I mistakenly hit the button and was like, oh shoot, there's a light in here. Let's brighten it up in here a little bit, But it's weird too. So you got to be like, one thing you got to watch, like say for instance, my mom, right? Like you gotta watch people's energy as well too. Is because like say for instance, if it's always dark and da da da, like they can, I don't think my mom's depressed or anything like that, but she could be going through something. I'm like, damn, why is it always dark in here? And it's like, well, it's dark in there because like they don't want to deal with. I don't say the truth come to light, but they don't want to deal with what's in the
All the
back.
stuff that, and man, like your mom got to understand too, and I know it's hard because I've been talking to my mom about it. I was like, what are you doing with all this stuff? Because you leave it to me, you leave me a mess. Like I know it's your stuff,
I'm going
but
to that.
like your head and like if it's got value to it, go ahead, cash in some of that value. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the value now is better than value later.
Yeah. I mean, because you leaving me a mess to clean because I don't see the value.
Hmm.
And that's what like helping my boy Corey clean out his grandmother's house. I was like, dog,
Hmm.
it's a lot of stuff in here, and like it's some nice stuff. Don't get me wrong. Had some brass. What what do we not use them anymore? But like, and then I actually need them now that I think about it. Curtain holders. It was some
Hmm.
nice heavy brass curtain holders. And I was
Hmm.
like,
I
I
got
remember,
some
I
here.
remember my grandmother had some curtain
I
holders,
got
and I was
some
like,
here.
oh, you
Yeah,
got some,
yeah. I got
man.
some. I got them over my like to go to the backyard. I got
Oh,
that's the only place I actually have curtains. Everywhere
mhm.
else is blinds because I just don't like curtains. But the
Man,
only reason, huh? What'd you say?
curtains cost a lot of money.
No, but the thing is, it's like I don't like curtains. Only reason there's curtains over that window is because I have like two small windows on the side of the door, and then there's like a window right here. But I have blinds over those. But the blinds that I got, they couldn't fit over the smaller windows. Like I tried to get them specially made, and they couldn't make them for that size window. That's literally the only reason why I have curtains. I hate curtains. I think curtains
Oh,
are terrible.
dude, I used to be, I used to be like, why do we even need curtains? But then
I love blinds. I got blinds in every
but
single.
dude, I got these blackout curtains, and like I didn't realize how much curtains and stuff cost. But like because I got a patio door too, and it's 8 feet wide, so I was like, oh, I just get an 8 feet bar for my like I hate those vertical blinds though. Like everybody in the projects had those
Yeah, I don't
vertical
like those.
blinds. So like I was like, yo, I get curtains, and I can't have curtains right here and not over the window because it's the only symmetrical way. And
Hmm.
like my grandmother used to have curtains in her living room. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna get curtains. I did not know how much curtains cost, especially the right length
Hmm.
curtains. But man, you talk about window dressings. Like that's the one thing that I'm gonna make sure in the next crib that I added to the price of the house.
Oh no, that shoot, bro. It's funny when I bought the house, I moved like signing the papers and stuff like that, and we had to sign them here at the house. This is within COVID. When I signed for it, the first like I didn't realize I was like shit. I ain't got nothing over my windows. Like literally, it was not a curtain, no nothing. So I was like, well, shit. I went to Home Depot, bought like $70 worth of paper blinds and put them up in all of the rooms. And then as I, got a little bit more money, I put blinds in each of the spaces. But I was doing it because I bought like some Venetian blind, whatever the name of them was. But I couldn't afford to, put blinds in every room. So what I did was shit when I like the front windows, that was the first thing I did. And then I ended up doing like I got some blinds. My mom had some blinds, so I did get some blinds from her when it made sense. It was maybe about three or four of them that I got from her that I put in the bedrooms, but then all the other ones I ended up buying. Then now every room has blinds in it except downstairs, which I forgot that there's curtains downstairs too. So
Yeah, dog. Like I said, I had no idea, but like I had to buy everything at once because all my windows was open, and then I wanted to
blinds,
look
bro,
cheap
there's
and
blinds
cheesy.
too.
Yeah, so I got them one blinds that they cut for you the right size,
Nah,
and I don't
that's
like the string. I don't like the string, so I like my stuff to go up. And
mm-hmm.
like even these ones in here, these are the metal ones that I have in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think about it, but like my room is brighter than all the other rooms, and I was like, yo, I wonder why. But like, I'm gonna just get some blackout curtains. Blackout curtains saves you on energy costs, and they save you. Yeah, I do because I think my blinds are vinyl, so they don't fade or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah,
but
I got
that costs
blackout
some money.
curtains. I got blackout curtains in front of like downstairs in one room, and then I have them like headed to the patio in another room. But nah, man. I mean, I like blinds, so I was like, well, I ended up putting blinds down there all through that, but I couldn't afford them all at once though. So, like I said, I put the paper blinds up, and I was cool with that because, dude, I got 35 windows. You know, like
35.
I couldn't afford like shoot when I put them in that one room. I bought three, because that one room has one
Two
big
back.
large window, and then there's
Uh,
another window. So I was like, well, that's all I can afford at the time. And I just eventually put them all in. So
yeah, no, I think I think I calculated to be like $6,200. Uh,
I can see that. My first. Well, I'm trying to think because I remember when I ordered the first three. I think I spent like 400. So I think I spent maybe about maybe around like 3,000, two to 3,000 on just blinds.
man, the bars for the what I needed my curtains for, like I know my bar for my patio cost me almost $200.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had bought one of the bars that I bought seen on Amazon for like 70, but that mud just kept the curtains, the weight of the curtains just kept. And then you gotta, okay, now we got the topic. You deserve what you deserve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what value is, right? You know what value is. You bought curtains, so you know how much they cost. You know what value is. Now, when people don't know what curtains cost and they open and then close and curtains, so they may never have had anything nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when you have those people around and they messing up your stuff, right? Like because they don't know. I'm talking pulling
Like that
on
with liquor.
curtain rod. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't drink that. You drink this because this has. You're not mixing this. That's a $150 bottle right there. Like that's not a kickback. We about to take shots of this. Like
oh,
no,
that's that good stuff. Yeah, let's
this is
call
a
the good
special
stuff.
occasion. What's his name? Comedian shit from Kings of Comedy. What's
Cedric or Bernie?
huh?
Cedric or Bernie?
No, not the
DL.
DL. Yeah, DL DL and was it Def Comedy Jam? He's like, oh, that's the fucking side of the menu right there.
Hey, I just seen a meme in the they was like, I don't know who need to know. I don't know who need to, on Facebook how they. I don't know who needs this morning, but just because you take a girl out, don't mean that you buying. Just because you buying dinner, don't mean you buying, the cat, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, it depends, right? You know what I'm saying? It
Nah, you
depends.
can't just ball out. And don't get me wrong. I mean, we there's no expectations, but at the same time, just know better. Like, and it's, you can look at that a certain way, as in like I
What
look
does
at it
that
as
mean?
no,
Like,
no, no, look at it like when you look at it from the standpoint like we are already together. That's what that side of the menu means for me. Like, like, like this is a like you. I remember this chick told me that in order to go, and she was like up here, and then like she dropped down here quick. But she had told me that on a first date you got to spend $300, and I was like, $300, like on a first date, like a first date, that makes no sense to me at all. So, but if you say like we together, we doing birthdays, we doing all this stuff, okay, cool. I mean, the bill runs up to that, then it is what it is. But I'm saying that from the standpoint of we like that side of the menu, we're very familiar with each other. Like we know each other. We might have kids, stuff like that. But we don't just go there on like no first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth date. So but.
I just have to think that people have to understand. Like I tell my daughter, there's nothing for free. There's a cost to everything, and some people try to own you. You know what I'm saying? And they either guilt you to the point where they're like, "Hey, like I need you to," like they can guilt you to, like, "Hey, I spent this money. I should get something in return." But understand that if you asking somebody, then that may be a price to it.
Nah, the thing is, man, I think a lot of people, even with the Diddy trial and stuff like that, like you, where we're talking about, like you get what you deserve, or you signed up for what you get, right? It's like I know if you tell me, hey, look, you got to do this at a free call, like I said, unless it's Blake Griffin, but outside of that, like. If I signed up for it, then that's what I signed up for. Like I'm not gonna, hit Blake Griffin and be like, man, Blake was doing me wrong 2 years ago, but then I got like 1.2, 1.8 million out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I knew what I signed up for. I can't be like, oh man, Blake did me wrong off of this $50,000 a month, but I want restitution. I want a payout. So. That stuff is always like you get what you deserve, whether it's positive or negative. You know what you signed up for.
Man, you know the terms. And like what I really don't understand is if you know the terms and you can't wake up and say, hey, I think they took advantage of me. Hey, I think this was him taking, like there's so many, like I was talking. And the whole Diddy thing, right? I didn't realize that people were looking through it. And then I thought about it. I was looking through it through my eyes too. You're innocent to proven guilty. I hate when people go ahead and say, he did it. He did something. And, oh, he beat that girl up. Now, he is guilty of what I saw would make him guilty of domestic violence.
Yeah, but he paid that too. Like there was a value, and her value was 20 or 30 million that she got paid out for. So then that's done. So then you're talking racketeering. What's it called? The I forgot the Mott Act. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
the Mann Act. Yeah, the Mann Act.
Mann Act. That's what
that's the name.
Yeah, and it's like, it was one other charge. I can't remember. It was a total of 5 charges. But all that being said, the stuff that they were saying that within that, I mean, I seen some people say, well, he deserves whatever he gets. It was like, well, not for those crimes. Like I mean, essentially find somebody out. Like, she got flued out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying to somebody. I was like, look, you talk about like traffic. I mean, prostitute. What is it? It was prostitution for
prostitution, trafficking across.
Yeah, transportating somebody.
The Mann Act or whatever. So.
Right. And so, like, I was like, yo, that's everybody who flying these chicks out. I hear about it all the time. Like you got flew out. Like he flying me out. You hear about that stuff all the time. So like if you have an understanding that, like, if you come in, I'm expecting a romantic situation, then understand what it comes with. And if you're not going to do the romantic situation, I think you kind of you are the person that's vindictive in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this trial, I think that it was one victim, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I can see that.
He was the only one that I think was a victim. Everybody else had culpability. And I know, like, my brother got very upset with me because he was like, dude, he put a 19 in a record contract for 10 years, for 10 albums. And I was like, yo, that ain't unheard of. And then he didn't want to produce it. I was like, that ain't unheard of. I know a lot of acts.
That has happened. Listen, every artist, and this is what this shit kind of is. It's an exhausting conversation because every single artist gets a bad record deal off of their first record deal. Every single, like, there hasn't been, like, outside of it took Jay-Z a minute to get on because, but Jay-Z didn't get on until like he was 25 or 26. Every artist has been in a bad deal off of their first one. It's
besides Master P.
Well, P was doing just
distribution. P was selling his albums himself. He just needed both. He just needed.
P just needed distribution. He had it with the 80-20. Like it was. So I feel like P taught people, okay, you need to do it a little bit different. This is the way to do it. Then more people started. But the thing is, it's like Jay-Z said in the line. He said, "Y'all still signing record deals?" It's like accountability, culpability. You signed up for it. It's like niggas was getting jerked. Shit, Isley Brothers, all the Motown stuff, they were getting jerked off of their first. Like this isn't nothing new. We've been seeing this. We've been seeing it in movies, whether it's Five Heartbeats, Temptations. We've been seeing it forever.
New Edition, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like if it's things that we know, but we still do it. And don't get me wrong, I honestly think the record deal makes sense. Like you should never focus on albums. You should focus on the ability to be in front of people. Because if you sign a record deal, nobody cares what you're eating off of. Well, I guess streams now, or MP3s. But you should never care about the sales. You should care about your exposure. Because then, if you give these albums, if you're able to manipulate the deal, then now you have the exposure. And you don't necessarily need a record deal no more, But it's just interesting. Like you signed up for it, like you said. I don't care how old you are. You're smarter. Like you're smarter.
They should be smarter now with all this history, right? You got all these history of bad record deals. Like I said, New Edition put out the whole the New Edition. The first 2 chapters was about the bad record deal.
Yep. You got a whole TV series that you can watch and be like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't sign this, or maybe I should do that. I think people really sign up for, and like I said, I think a bad record deal is, I want to say necessary, but I think you should take advantage of it to make sure that you can you can find ways out of it. And that's what lawyers are for. Like, you don't get the same lawyers that nigga got. Like, I never understood that. Like, why would you have the same lawyer that Diddy has, or why would you assume that his lawyers go look out for you, and he's a bigger cash cow,
right?
It's just logic. It's like, why would
Straight Outta Compton was all about
Cube was like, fuck that $75,000,
right?
Cube only got one NWA album. Well, you had the NWA and the Posse, but that was kind of like a
combination, yeah.
But yeah, Cube was like, nah, I'm out. It was like,
like it ain't worth me signing it. But again, you get what you deserve, right? If you I bring this back to Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson and Don King. Was Don King a predator? Yes, he was. Did he probably could he have been more fair to Mike Tyson and his surroundings? Yes, he was. But was he illegal? No.
So I wouldn't say that he's a predator. I would say he took advantage of the situation.
He's a businessman.
No. Yeah, right. So look at it like this. Like you look like when people say Diddy, right? Like say for instance Diddy as an example. People don't say Jimmy Iovine. People don't say Barry Moskowitz, or they don't say the actual label heads that sign off on these deals. Like, I remember when DMX was talking about he had to get off Def Jam because he felt like Jay-Z was trying to take a shine. I was like, that is some nigga shit. Like, just because Jay-Z's an artist don't mean that he's gonna look out less for you. I never understood that shit. Like,
well, it was the King of New York stuff, right? So like DMX felt like he was going to be, the blackout song that they got together, who came first? You know what I'm saying? Like with the Locks and Jay-Z, I was like, yo, that DMX brought up the rear. So like he felt like, And then like I believe I remember hearing Jay the Kiss talk about it, right? They was talking about it. It was like, yo, him and Jay was like there was like
Going at
he
each
was
other.
yeah, it was like he was gonna close out the whatchamacallit. And like all that artist bravado and stuff like that. I just feel like and Jay-Z is
I feel
a
like that's what ruined in New York hip hop.
yeah, you're right. Right. Because they would get better money together, but yeah.
Look at what the South was doing at that time. Like you had Memphis, you had Texas, you had Atlanta, who still technically is running things just because
Running hip hop.
all the New York people wanted to go up against each other. It's like, yo, stop being everybody's not your op.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but you can only have one king, and that's what New York was about. One king. And
but that's what people fucked up with 50. It's like people didn't want 50 in the game. So when 50 came around, he was like, fuck y'all. I'll fuck with who I want to fuck with. And that's how I do it. That's why obviously look, 50 is still relevant to this day, with TV shows and stuff like that. 50 had a drive that I fuck with. Like he just literally push it. Like if he had, like he said, fuck rap. I'm doing TV now. I have my own network
studio.
Now.
Yeah.
Like I'm a do things.
And he held them niggas hostage. Like what I do like about 50, he and 50 actually taught me this. Leverage is king, right? Mm-hmm. When you tell them I'm gonna take my shows off, and you even using that publicity to keep pushing his shows, it's like, yo, start. He's even promoting other stars. He's like, yo, what y'all gonna play? What was the P Valley? He's like, you gonna. It's only one black show at a time, so he gonna.
50, look, 50 is one of the smartest dudes, and I mean he literally took the street acumen and elevated it to business. And it is one of the like he came in from the bottom, under Dre and Eminem, and now he has his own thing.
But see, I think the street element in the music business has been there. So like that's the one thing. Like have you ever been to Motown, Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know about the multiple record companies he had, so he could have more than one song playing. Because like back in the days, you could only have 2 songs charting in the top 10 playing in radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Barry Gordy was like, yo, I got like 3 record companies per artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was putting them in there, and I was like, oh. That's that element of like, okay, y'all want to say I can't grow bananas. I'm gonna grow plantains. Right. Right.
I mean, but you have to think like that. You got like that's the cool part about 50. 50, like people could say 50 a troll and da, but 50, like if he don't fuck with you, he just don't fuck with you, and that's cool. Like, I mean, even the whole Irv Gotti and Josh shit. It's
Moronic.
Like,
they
tried to kill him.
Yeah.
They tried to kill him.
And they'll never be cool. Yeah.
Right. So every chance he's going to go at him or go at them. Well, Irv is going now, but even, it's just like when people are like, oh man, he ain't got to do that. Da, da, da. I was like, no, you are my enemy until you die. And that's just what it is. Like with this 50 laws of power, it's just like understanding, like, no, I don't fuck with them. So if you fuck with them, then I'm going at you too.
Yeah, I mean, and he realized that drama sells, right? Like drama gets you on the blog, drama gets you in rotation. Drama sells. Mm-hmm. Drama and sex sells everything.
Yep.
Yeah.